So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how to grind packs for SBCs in December. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video we're going to be walking you guys through the whole process of basically grinding from bronze packs all the way to the League SBC packs and then upgrade packs, which you should be able to use all the way through December. So, first off, you're going to need probably around about 10k, 15k minimum. You're then going to go and head over to the bronze packs because that is where it all starts. You're then going to go and open up the bronze pack. There are 3 different things we're going to look for. We're going to look for 1, players that sell on. 2, players from the league down below. 3, the rest of the players are just going to go and upgrade. So first off, we're going to get ourselves a rare bronze. Now, we're ideally going to get players from the leagues down below because the leagues down below is what's going to help us with SBCs. If not, the second thing what we're looking for is there to not be any cards of the players or kits or badges on the market any earlier than 5 minutes for 200 coins. So for example, if there are no Haalands on the market for 200 coins any earlier than 5 minutes, I'd go and list him. Otherwise, for me, it just says that it's going to take too long for them to sell on, and as a result of taking too long for them to sell on, there might be more efficient things for me to go and list up. So right there, none of that stuff is selling on. Again, we can look at the badges, but I think we have to manually search. So none of that is really going to go and sell on. So what we're going to do now is dissect the pack. Again, we're just going to presume these aren't going to sell on. We can keep the manager, I guess, maybe for a rainy day. But the rest of the players, we're going to go and send to the club. And what you can do this, you can do this for a minimum 3-4 bronze packs before we move on to the next one. Basically need to get ourselves 11 bronzes that are not from the leagues down below. It's French, it's a right back. Sadly not going to be from the league and might sell on nonetheless. Let's see, is he going to sell on? He is. So this is the perfect sort of thing we're looking for. So I'd say we're looking to get about 300 coins back from him, so not too bad. Second guy in the pack is a Cam. Do you know I probably would go and list that for 200 coins, just because we're, again, working on getting our money back. This guy, again, not going to sell on, so we'll use him in the upgrade SBCs. And unless I really want to go and look at the rest of that, we can go and discard that. As a woman manager? No, not selling on. So that's the second pack we dissected. So that's going to give you guys another example of a pack, or I guess the last example. So we're going to get Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia means we are getting someone who's useful for the League SBC. So that's one person already for the League SBCs. Anything else in there? Sadly, not going to be. We're going to keep him, even if he sells on, unless he sells on for, let's say, like a K or something like that. Oh, hello. Okay, ignore me. For we're going to go and sell this guy for 850 coins. There we go. With my knowledge of the market. And so we make our money back on that pack, and we get ourselves 3 free players to go and put into the upgrade SBCs. So I'm going to do yet another pack because again we do need 11 bronzes to move on the way with the next one. So right now we're probably down about 400 or 500 coins, but what we've gone and got is we've gone and got ourselves about 6 or 7 bronzes to use in upgrade SBCs, which is going to help with the process. There you go, there's a La Liga Silver. I mean, again, we could go and sell it. If it's not selling on, you know, anything significantly, we can go and just keep it. Nah, so we'll go and keep it because he's not going for anything too significantly. Ignore me. Rail, whatever they're called, got relegated. Although this guy is good for the South America, so not bad right there. We could go and sell him, but again, we'll go and keep him for the SBCs. So we're going to go and store all that in the club and move underway with the second part of the process. The second part of the process is starting off with the SBCs. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to SBCs and we're going to head over to the bronze upgrade. What we're going to do here is we're going to go and put in 11 bronzes, making sure that none of them are from the leagues down below. And we're going to go and put them in the SBC. So we're going to keep MLS. We're going to get rid of the Swedish League, going to get rid of the Danish League. The CSL we keep, the MLS we keep, so we keep all those guys right there. Indian League, not much use to me. The English Leagues, Scottish League, I do not believe is any use to us. The A-League, I don't believe is any use to us. Get the Indian League, and eventually what will happen is you will get yourself a starting 11 of bronzes who are not useful for any of the teams. That is going to go and give us a silver pack. Now, why would we want silver packs? Well, silver packs are good because they can give us players from these leagues. Again, those bronzes we couldn't really sell. The bronzes also weren't useful for any of the League SBCs. But what it's going to turn into is ideally some silvers that are useful for the League SBCs. It's Greek, it's a CDM from the Superliga. So, there we go, that is useful. So that means at least one of the players is useful for the League SBCs. What about the second player? Sadly, Bundesliga 3. So what we do is we do the bronze packs, and then the bronze packs go into the silver packs. Now, when you get 11 silvers that are not useful any of the leagues from any of the leagues down below, easy for me to say. What we're going to do is we're going to head underway the next part, and the next part is going to be putting those useless silvers from again down the leagues down below into this upgrade SBC. So then you'll be in the position like this, which is when you're putting in 11 silvers, which again, you could maybe use them in marquee matchups if you need to use them in marquee matchups, but the idea is they're not going to be useful with anything to you, so you're going to go and put in the silver upgrade. And that's going to go and give us 3 common golds. Now the 3 common golds, of course, are a lot more useful when it comes to marquee matchups, but ideally they'll be from the leagues down below. There is a very high chance they'll be from the leagues down below because normally, again, a lot of golds in the top 5 leagues, which are all needed for the SBCs. There we go, so Superliga, that's at least minimum 1 player being useful. What else are we going to get here? Championship, that's not very useful. Bundesliga, that's useful. Sadly, it's going to get discarded though. So that's going to go and give you a bunch of gold non-rares. Now the gold non-rares that you are not using for, I guess, marquee matchups, or the gold non-rares you're not using for any of the leagues down below, you can then go and put them in the last upgrade SBC that you can do before we start doing the league SBCs, and that is the gold upgrade. Or, depending on what the weekly upgrade SBC is, it actually might be better to put it in something like this. Now obviously, this SBC is what's going to differ every single week. Sometimes it's going to be needing 11 rare golds, sometimes it's going to be needing 11 commons, sometimes it's going to be needing silvers. So obviously, when this SBC can be used, you're going to interject the players. Again, they have, they're useful, I guess, now because we have golds, but if it needed gold rares, obviously, this doesn't come into the play at the moment. And again, if it needed silvers, well then there's probably priority to go and put the silvers in that SBC rather than put them in the silver upgrade SBC. But right now we're at the point where we're going to go and do this SBC over the gold rare SBC. So let's go and complete this with a bunch of players from none of the leagues down below. So here is this SBC completed. So we're already starting to grind up some nice packs. We got ourselves a double 80 and we haven't even moved on to the league SBCs. Again, we're not going to go and put any of the players that can be used in the SBCs or from the leagues down below into the SBC. But that is just where we put our excess riffraff. So double 80, are we going to get anything good for the sake of the video? Spanish centre mid, Barcelona. Tell you what, isn't that some decent fodder? Oh, it's Gavi. I thought it was one of these random woman players that I've never heard of before. But Gavi, I mean, it's not too bad. Bear in mind, we're just going to put a bunch of non-rares. But now what we're going to do is we're going to now talk about the League SBC part. So the League SBC has basically a difficult one to complete and an easy one to complete. So the easy one to complete is the mixed leagues. You should basically be doing this passively. Now, if you have to go and buy like 2-3 players to complete it, it's probably worth buying 2-3 players to complete it, but you should very, very passively just keep on completing this over and over and over again without much effort. Now, the SBC, which is a bit more effort, is this one, because these two are very easy to complete. You should complete them passively without really having to buy anything. These two, because this one just requires one club, it's very hard to actually pack 11 players from one club. Because the Sud America cards can be a little bit of a nightmare to pack, this one can also be awkward. So what I would say is when you have to basically spend no more than 3k to complete either this SBC or this SBC, I'd go and complete them, because then what that does is it allows you to go and complete these again. Because there's a chance that if you don't go out and buy players to complete these two, then you're just going to keep on discarding players after players after players after players. So it's more efficient to have to go and buy 3 players maybe from each of these squads to be able to redo the whole thing. And then, when you complete these SBCs, you're once again going to dissect the packs. Now, the tradable packs, obviously you can sell players even if you get players from the leagues down below. But ideally what's going to happen, or not ideally, but ideally you get obviously decent stuff and you get a bunch of players you can put back into the SBCs to allow you to keep on doing that. The exact same obviously with the minor one, where again if you pack players from the leagues down below when opening these packs, you're going to put them back in the SBCs. And then obviously anything expensive you can sell and so on and so on. And that's really just how it works. Also, any golds from the clubs, not from the leagues down below, you're then going to go put it back into the upgrade SBC that's going to be different each week. And I think that's about it, really. That is how you can go and grind packs during December. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.